Okay, picture this. It's late, really late, like 3:12 a.m. You've got this surveillance video from an all-hotel elevator. A young woman steps in.
Yeah.
She's smiling at first, but then she's sort of waving at someone you can't see, acting really erratically. She looks terrified. And then she's just gone.
Vanished. Only to turn up days later in, well, the most unbelievable place imaginable.
Exactly. So today, we're not just going over the story. We're really going to dive into the source material on this case, the Elisa Lam mystery, and try to figure out why it still gets under people's skins so much.
We are. We're talking about Elisa Lam, a 21-year-old Canadian student. She was traveling solo, ended up checking into the Cecil Hotel in LA back in February 2013.
And the Cecil Hotel, I mean, it's infamous, right?
Oh, absolutely. Its name alone conjures up this really dark, kind of twisted history. It's been home to serial killers, uh, addicts, just numerous unexplained deaths over the years. It has a real past.
So, our mission here is to unpack what we know from the sources, the facts, the really disturbing details, and maybe most importantly, the questions that just hang there, the ones that make you challenge the official story.
Makes you really wonder what truly happened.
So, Elisa checks in. The first few days, everything seems normal. She's blogging her trip like lots of tourists do.
Yeah. Posting photos, writing about her experiences, standard stuff.
But then, just a few days in, it all stops. She vanishes, doesn't check out, her family can't reach her, her phone goes dead.
Understandably, her parents were terrified. They called the LAPD straight away.
So, where do the police even start? No witnesses, no obvious leads.
Well, initially, it seemed like they were hitting dead ends pretty fast. But then they found one thing, one really crucial and, frankly, incredibly eerie piece of evidence.
The elevator video.
Exactly. That surveillance footage became the absolute core of the investigation. Really the only solid clue they had to work with.
And if you've watched it, her behavior is just, it's so off. She gets in, presses a whole bunch of buttons, right?
Multiple buttons. But the elevator doors, they just won't close. They stay open.
And she keeps looking out into the hallway, like nervously peeking around the corner.
It's fascinating, but also really disturbing to watch her actions shift.
Yeah.
She steps in, steps back out several times. She's making these big, wild gestures with her hands.
Like she's talking to someone.
Yeah, talking or reacting to someone or something that we just can't see in the frame. At points, she looks genuinely terrified, almost like she's hiding.
Before she finally steps out of view for the last time.
That is it. That's the last moment anyone verifiably saw Elisa Lam alive.
So she's missing. The video is baffling. 19 days go by. Then something completely different happens at the hotel. Guests start complaining.
About the water, yeah. They said it tasted funny, there was this weird smell, and the water pressure was really low.
Which sounds mundane, but how did that crack the case?
Well, those complaints prompted the hotel maintenance staff to go check things out. They went up to the roof where the hotel's big water tanks are, and inside one of those locked tanks, they found her. Elisa Lam's body, naked.
Just horrific. The official ruling came back as accidental drowning.
It did. Which sounds like an answer, but when you dig into the reports, the sources, it just raises way more questions.
Right. The autopsy found no signs of struggle. And crucially, no drugs, no alcohol in her system that could explain bizarre behavior.
Exactly. And the practicalities of it.
Yeah.
They just don't seem to add up. Think about getting into that tank. The sources describe the main hatch as being really heavy, hard to open and close.
Like needing serious effort, even for maintenance guys.
Yeah, potentially even 2 men needed for it. Yet the official theory suggests she somehow climbed in there alone, pulled the heavy lid closed from the inside. It's difficult to imagine.
So many hows and whys. How did she get up there? Onto a locked roof usually is why the tank.
Yeah.
And maybe the biggest mystery from that video, who or what was she interacting with in that elevator?
Just leaves the door wide open. And that's why you see this explosion of theories online and in documentaries, everything from, a severe mental health episode to foul play being covered up, even paranormal theories tied to the hotel itself.
The hotel's dark energy, yeah. And maybe the most chilling detail that comes up again and again in the source material.
What's that?
No one heard anything, not the staff, not other guests. She disappeared from that hallway, ended up on the roof in a tank without a single scream reported. Just silence.
It's one of those cases, isn't it? It really makes you question how much we can ever truly know, even with video evidence. The official conclusion is there, but those unsettling questions, they just linger.
They absolutely do. It pushes you to think, in a world where we feel like everything is documented, everything is trackable, what hidden things, what truly inexplicable circumstances might still be possible when someone just vanishes, leaving behind only bizarre footage and a whole lot of unanswered questions.